Hi, and welcome back to another Megiddo Gaming video. It's nighttime in Barovia, which means it's time to hunt. We're going to go right into a comment real quick. The posters, killing witches, yes, I saw a lot of comments for this. Yeah, even before I did the wolf rotation, I did do the witches, and I had really bad RNG with it. I mean, yeah, you can get about 3 posters per hour, but you can actually get more by running nighttime up by the ruins. You can kill the skeletons, you can kill the vampires, you can kill the honor guard, and it's a good mix of posters and Taroka cards. I did the wolves because it was such a huge source of Taroka cards, because you think about it, you spend 1 poster, but in that run you're spending 3 cards, so you definitely need the cards. This is a good balance. So if you run all of nighttime here in the ruins, you could probably get about 1 to 3 posters, and then when daytime comes around, then you go and spend those posters doing the hunts. So if you're getting about 3 posters and then you do 3 hunts, that eats up the entire day, and then it's nighttime again, and then you can continue to do it. It's about a half-hour rotation of gathering posters, cards, and then running 3 hunts. Of course, if you don't get enough posters and your hunt's done early, then yes, I would probably recommend going to the witches, as the circle of witches in the corner by the windmill seems to be the shortest route between them, although the RNG is still awful. Yeah, and Friar John, you do make a good point about selling everything you can right now before the market drops, but it almost appears that it has dropped and settled. It's not very good. You're better off running the hunts than actually selling the posters, it seems, because of the amount of AD, coins, sapphires, things like that you can get from doing the run. Also the gear for the rough AD, and even selling the blue gear for regular AD on the trade house. The posters themselves, yeah, the value is better to run them than to sell them, it seems, anymore. Some of the 3 stars are not too bad, but it looks like the market is already settled. Yeah, Carol, it seems like all we do is hunt. I've been able to do Castle Ravenloft once, and unfortunately, due to situations out of my control, it was over an hour long, so that's not something I'll be posting until I get a better run with a solid group of people. No offense to the ones I ran with, we tried our best. But as far as Castle Ravenloft goes, it's by far one of the easiest dungeons out of the last 3 that have come out. There's no tilting platforms or push and pull, none of that junk. I'll tell you right now, it's really easy. The first run, just keep the sisters apart, isolate 1 at a time and take them out. Then with the giant guy, just make sure you wail on him, keep him close to a pillar, so when he does his spinning attack, he hits the pillar and then stops, and repeat the process. You don't even have to use 4 pillars, you can usually do it in about 3. And then when it comes to Strahd, just wail on him. If you get thrown down below, run around, don't try and fight the monsters, the people above, kill the nightmares to get the guy that's down below back up, and then wail on Strahd some more, and then when he goes to do his big finisher, make sure whoever's holding the sword pops the shield, and then wail on him again, and that's kind of about it. It's a really easy dungeon, and it should be able to be done in under 30 minutes. In regards to my support build, it is strictly power and recovery, so it's not as hard to stack. However, with mod 14 needing 100% resistance ignored, I will have to update it, so the recovery may not be as high. But yeah, when you're just focusing on power and recovery, you can get your power up to 80,000 or more, and you can get your recovery that high. It's just a matter of grabbing the gear and the enchantments that are completely focused on recovery. Thanks for the compliment. That was on my 12B build, so I'm actually doing a little bit better than that. Also a heads up, if you have a guild hall that's high enough, don't forget your overload enchantment slot vendor. We're in Barovia now, so all the undead, wards, and increased damage, yeah, you might want to slot those. Yeah, Taupe Gaming, I was thinking about doing this. With mod 14 out, with all of the drops that you can get now with gear, rough AD, regular AD, all that's involved in that, it's almost put everything else on hold. there isn't much reason to invest 100 million AD into one masterwork profession when it's so easy to get AD this way. And not to mention doing and getting AD through dungeons, random queues, things like this. You're going to be able to supplement your income in order to achieve masterwork professions if you decide to do that in the future. So yeah, that's definitely a video that I'll be doing here probably in the next month. I'm so glad that you asked this question, Robert. Player housing is something that I foresee in the next 3 mods. And this is also kind of an answer to a question the Assist Man had in his video, is what is the use for the promissory notes that you got out of the River District from Neverwinter? So if you read up on Lord Dagult, Neverwinter, he pretty much, you know, ditched Waterdeep, came here to like set out on his own. He did some shady things, not so shady things, you know, trying to bring Neverwinter back into it. And all he wants to do is expand the power of Neverwinter. And you kind of saw that in the River District. And if you ever look at the map in the surrounding area of like Black Dagger and the Tower District and everything, there's a lot of space left over. And I'm sure one of those spaces will be taken by Acquisitions Incorporated here in this next mod. And I could foresee that to reward the adventurers, because that's all he hires is adventurers and mercenaries. He's not the kind of person to, you know, play it too close to the field and have like subjects to help him out. He wants to make sure that people are going to do their job, and usually the ones that get paid well do well. So the adventurers could then be awarded through the promissory note to have their own player housing in one of these districts as we expand throughout the next mods. So I would still hold on to those promissory notes. I've bought a couple actually, and I keep them hoarded just in case, because you never know what that will award you. Will it just award you to a deed, or award you to different types of housing, or how to stack it together? And they're pretty inexpensive, so I mean, just throw them in your mailbox or throw them in your bank, and I have a feeling that's what they're going to be used for. Yeah, Agent, it's glad to hear that everything looks and sounds good. So many of you did give me feedback on that video. I will have a Twitch schedule coming out here within the next week. And I definitely wanted to let you all know that I appreciate everything so far. We're almost at 800 subscribers. I think we're 100 subscribers ahead of schedule from how I plotted out how long it'd take to get to 1,000. So definitely I appreciate all the support. And I think going into the streaming aspect of things will help grow our community even further. So thank you again. And also, if you want a head start, like he had asked, it's just twitch.com/Megiddo Gaming. Pretty much anything that's tied to me is Megiddo Gaming. Not too many people have that name. Alright, so there's not a whole lot going on this weekend. They are doing a giveaway, so if you're into tabletop D&D, and you want to supplement your collection, now's the time to do it. You have multiple chances and ways to enter. I'll put a link down in the description to the website where you can enter. But yeah, you get, I think it's over 10 D&D books. So definitely, if that's something you're interested in, check that out. Alright, and on consoles, we got 20% discount on mounts. If there's still mounts you need to pick up, now's a good time to do it. Also 2x shards, so adventurer shards or anything like that in your stronghold. You can run those and get double the shards, which means double trade-in, which means you can get more guild marks. However, I wouldn't recommend trading them in. I would stockpile them till the next 2x guild marks event and then capitalize on that as well. On PC, if you want to pick up some runic bags, 20% off right now. Also, there's 2x seals, so I know mod 14's been out for a while now on PC, but if you're still wanting to get those seals of the crown, you can get doubles of those. And then, since pretty much everything gives you seals of the brave now, if there's anything else you have left to pick up, trickster rogues, you know, best in slot weapons are still primal, so if you need to get those, yeah, definitely do some hunts, do some random queues, and get some additional seals. Other than that, nothing else is going on. I would say now is a time to grind. Get your way to Barovia so you can get your salvage, your astral diamonds, Barovian coins, whatever you need to do. There's a lot of AD to be made, and I'm going to continue to update every little way that I find to capitalize on Barovia. And, you know, maybe with Mod 15 coming about, Acquisitions Incorporated, we don't know a whole lot yet, so there may be even more ways to make AD in the future. But I'm about to go back and do some hunting, and I'll see you out there. Thanks for watching. Click the left to see the previous video, click to the right to see another video, and down at the bottom to subscribe. And to stay up to date with what's going on with the channel, follow on Facebook and Twitter.